Let's discuss this development further now with political analyst Sandile Swana. Good afternoon, Sandile. Thank you for joining us on Today this afternoon. Mr. Zwane there seemingly relaxed and saying he's happy that he's going to have his day in court. Some people will be saying this has been long in the making, so to speak, in terms of him facing charges in relation to the Estina dairy farm.
Yes, Praden, it's been very, very long in the making, and a lot of the cases, including those of his principal, Jacob Zuma, have taken a long time because the very same squad of Zuma, Mosebenzi, Zwane, and others have been hampering the process of justice for a very, very long time. And unfortunately, even if they go to court now, their lawyers are probably ready to delay this thing with every mechanism known to man.
Yes, but now he seems like he's going to be back in court on the 2nd of November. We're going to have to watch this space. But his arrest and his appearing in court surely sending a good signal to say at least the NPA or the law enforcement agencies are beginning to move and act. I mean, Mosebenzi Zwane appeared before the State Capture Commission, and his name has been linked to this dairy farm for quite some time.
Yes, the NPA has got the unenviable task of bringing high-profile, winnable cases to court. So this is not a question of mass arrests and all that. They have to choose their targets carefully in terms of winnable cases, because if they bring unwinnable cases, then the whole thing is going to lose credibility altogether.
Yes, and in the name of Estina is also connected to the dairy farm, but the NPA today not really telling my colleague Aviwe Mtila much about that, except to say there could be other arrests in future, but not committing to anything around Estina in relation to the dairy farm project.
Yes, the thing about it is the legal grounds. You know, for you and me out there in the streets, it's easy to say, yeah, Ace is involved, Ace is implicated. But if you are a lawyer in the NPA trying to decide as a prosecutor whether you have a winnable case or not, it's another story, because Ace is going to bring the big guns of the legal fraternity to defend himself to hell and back. So you can't take chances. So I think the NPA is being prudent and cautious in how they tackle the big fishes.
Yeah, you say the NPA has got an unenviable position in terms of the cases that are going to be before it. But from a public perspective, I mean, we should be welcoming the fact that some people, including a former cabinet minister like Mosebenzi Zwane, but in connection with the provincial matter, the dairy farm, are finally being brought before courts.
Yes, I think the thing about, I think what the public is looking for, first and foremost, even not necessarily the cases themselves, it is to get confidence that the NPA is being rehabilitated, is getting stronger. Even when they appear in these cases, they are able to argue their cases, there's competency displayed, etc., etc., etc. So we are definitely, as the public, happy to see that the NPA is choosing its targets carefully. The NPA is working. We do want more assurances to be certain that the NPA is being rehabilitated.
Yes, and that's a key one, the fact that the NPA is being reformed and rehabilitated to execute its mandate, because for far too long we've been wondering about whether or not the NPA's capacity has been completely hollowed out. Yes,
you know, we have to be patient with them, but they also have to be vocal. For instance, they need to tell us as the voting public whether they are being given enough money by Godongwana, the Minister of Finance. Are they being given enough facilities, computer infrastructure, etc., etc., all the things that they need to be an NPA in the first place. And remember also that the new Scorpions, the ID, is also under them. We want to see that sting of the Scorpions back in action So all of those things, that's what we're looking for, because that is what will sustain us long term, not flash in the pan brilliant arrests and brilliant prosecutions that are isolated from a systemic restoration and reconstitution of the NPA.
Thank you very much, Sandile Swana, for your views and insights this afternoon on Today, as we sort of unpack the arrest and the appearance in court earlier today of former Mineral Resources Minister Mosebenzi Zwane in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court in connection with the Vrede Dairy Farm project.